You know, the Chain Islands of Hawaii is beautiful. It brings tears to my eyes at times, especially when I first got here. When I hear stranger kids just say, "Uncle, are you in line?" I look back and go, "Oh, boy, go in the front. You're okay." You know? Like, man, that was so touching, man. Of course, you know, it's tough out here too, you know. These guys from high school, by the time you're in second grade, you've been in like 10 fights. But it's getting less like that. But in certain schools, it's pretty rough, but at least they're just fighting, you know. But if you go ahead and take the initiative toward a lot of the people, even if they come at you wrong, they could bounce back and, you know, be like, oh, you know, switch up and be much more greeting and much more in union with you, you know. But I'm telling you, man, if you want to go ahead and mirror negative behavior, oh, bro, they want to go ahead and challenge. You know what I mean? Like, it's on, man. Like, you know, like they're conditioned. You know what I mean? From the background, it's just. But it's not everybody like that, you know. But everybody's like this though, with me in a way, you know, because I take the initiative, things like that. I get a lot of the, you know, a lot of aloha, you know, from strangers, but then I know how to lift people up too, you know. I know how to like raise their hearts up. But there was times, you know, where it's just people just want their privacy and stuff like that. And there's times where I just want my privacy, and you know, that we might clash and things like that, you know. But above all, you know, it's a real beautiful, hospitable place. It just depends on how you want to perceive it. You want to perceive it through experience, or you want to perceive it through gossip. Gossip's going to lead you down the wrong direction. I mean, because it's not always true. You know, out here, smile is the confidence. You go ahead and stink eye and all this and all that. The whole family will stink eye you. Even little baby, what you looking at? You know what I mean? So cute too, you know. But man, if you want to go ahead and love people, that's all they really want. They're waiting for you to trip so they could trip. But if you want to love, they want to love, man. You know, that's my bottom line, bro. You know, for real. I think that's the overall conclusion, man. Because seriously, man, 10 out of 10 times, it worked. And these guys are not like, you know, these guys been in jail. These guys been seasoned on the streets. These guys, bro, everyone trains, dude. These guys got skills, man. But they got a lot of love, too, you know. Then again, they might, you know, if you put yourself in the wrong place, like what happened on the news, you know what I mean? That's really nothing, because ain't nobody pulling a knife and want to try to jump me, man. You know what I mean? Like a 20 against 1. Still, the boy got hurt bad. You know what I mean? But that wasn't really like Hawaiians doing that, man. You can watch the video, you know? That's other different nationalities doing that, trying to be a bully or whatever. But this whole state is ingrained, where there's some pockets of strictly locals, and there's pockets of mixed nationalities and tourism and things like that. But man, you go out Big Island, bro, see locals and stuff like that. Go Waianae, go Waimanalo, go to these places, man. Give love, you know, give tribute. Don't be staring at nobody, because you know what I mean. They want to see what's up, you know, and they'll ignore you, man. You stare at them, they'll ignore you, bro, you know, and then they'll, you know, you keep looking at me, you know, like, then they'll go, okay, I'm gonna ignore that guy again, and just like the way we are, you know, pretty much the same, you know, and the weather's just so much more beautiful, the terms like the humidity is like perfect. You know, the trade winds. You can make money out here. You can make yourself go in debt. You know what I mean? You can live a simple life. There's all these opportunities. Not everything's $1,000 a room. You can find a $50 room. You can find a $5 room. You know what I mean? You know, you just gotta be creative. You gotta look and seek. You know, but I'll tell you like this. A lot of things are expensive. A lot of things are like 59 cents a banana. You know, but I'm talking to a lot of people in the States, bro, in California. I go, hey, bro, is it still 3 pounds of oranges for $1? Or he goes, no, that's over with. I said, dang, what's up with No Trico Market? They ain't got it like that in another one where it's like 5 pounds of potatoes for $1.50 or $1. He goes, nah, no more 10 cucumbers for $1. Like, you know, and I checked it out myself, man. I dipped out to Venice, Santa Monica, Carson, all those places all over again. You know, but I'm telling you, man, the weather's very easy, you know, and it's beautiful and it's warm and, you know, just like anywhere else, you know, you want to go ahead and have the attitude where you want to have the assumption on your face and judgmental or mirror that type of behavior. Anywhere is going to be a problem, a miscommunication, you know. But I've seen some scenarios and they got a lot of heart in terms of like, unless they're forced to. But be careful when the alcohol and the drugs and things like that, just like anywhere else, you know, because everyone loses their patience or rational thinking, and a lot of times people are out here just to send other people to jail and just create misery in their lives because you chose to focus on someone that really is so negative that the only way to counter it is to say, hey man, what's up my man, what's up my brother, come on bro, you want to talk? You know what I mean? Then they'll share, man, they'll share. But if you're going to go ahead and mirror the behavior just like anywhere else, go to Tennessee and start mirroring behavior, bro. Pull out the gun, bro, what you looking at, boy? You know what I mean? You know, you looking at me? You know, like, pride is everywhere, ego is everywhere. But when I saw the little kid, and it's constantly happening, it's not just that rare event, it happens all the time. And what another thing too, man, if you respect yourself and carry yourself in a genuine way, you know, people are gonna love you, man. Especially if you keep yourself to yourself. Say at the gym, right? You don't really interact with anyone. You're just a stranger, but you carry yourself very respectful, this and that. After a week, bro, of you being antisocial, it'll be hard to be antisocial. That's how Hawaii is, bro. Imagine in the 50s, 40s, 30s, 1800s, 1600s. Golly, I bet the aloha was so beautiful and everyone's just, you know, but we're going to bring it all back just with the heart. Everywhere. Guam you touch, Philippines, Korea, anywhere you touch, you know what I mean? Take the initiative of the heart, you know. It takes a lot of courage to not mirror insecurity, you know. It takes a lot of courage to be a man and be a strong woman and say, hey man, we could be friends and talk, brother. But if you want your privacy, I respect that. I go this way. I have no ego towards that. Maybe next time we'll talk and we can love each other. All right, you be safe, man. You be blessed, bro. Come on, Law. What else can you ask? What else can you demand? You know what I mean? That's the big picture. Regardless of religion, regardless of background, regardless of... But if you're into comparing yourself, get ready for the challenge. Because you could call anybody of these guys out. You know what I mean? And they'll be like, what's up, man? You know, they'll want to check you out. They may not, you know what I mean? They're not extremely passive, you know? Which is good. Because now people unite, protect innocent oppressed, and really focus that direction toward a loving direction by protecting people and uniting with each other while everyone is respecting each other's privacy Everyone's respecting each other's presence. Aloha, Waixi Hao.